Thank you for joining us on the program, Representative Femi Gbajabiamila.
Thank you for having me.
I wanted you to react to the headlines saying you have threatened more violence if you are not made the House leader. This accusation is coming from Honorable Yusa Amadu from the APC in Gombe State. He alleges that a serving governor of the APC told him that you would cause more violence in the House if you were not made House leader.
Well, I read the headlines same way you did. It came as a surprise to me. I was informed that one, Yusa Ahmed, I believe is a new member. I'm assuming he's a new member. He's rather enough experience in the House. He will make such flippant statement. First of all, it would be nice if the journalist or whoever had asked him what governor, when, under what circumstances, because I never said anything to any governor. First of all, those who know me, so I'm somebody who I abhor violence. I will never be a part of it. I believe in dialogue, I believe in conversation. And for anyone to ascribe such to me, it was actually laughable to a lot of our members because they know me over the years and they know that no such thing, not even trying to investigate, no such thing would ever have transpired. It's rather unfortunate, and the journalist did ask me, and if you read the body of the article, which I did, I made it very, very clear that I never said such a thing, and it's unfortunate that even the journalists would come out with screaming headlines like that. That do not even tally with the body of the story.
Okay. So where are you?
I'm just gonna let that slide. It's very unfortunate, and I hope the member, whoever he is, would learn, to in his excitement or whatever it is, to caution himself and not come up with stories that are totally out of whack with people's character. I think it's important that people are trying to, as best as they can, to come to some kind of resolution, some kind of amicable, peaceful resolution, and somebody else is planning the unders of discord, and that's not a good thing.
So can you tell us now where exactly you are in this crisis in the House of Representatives? We're told that the House leadership has conceded the post of House leader to your camp. Is that true? And what names will you be putting forward? Because they're saying that as long as no one from the Southwest will occupy the seat of House leader, they're acceptable to working with your group.
Well, let's put it this way. Whatever amicable solution, I would work with. Let's put it this way. I am not somebody who, I'm not desperate for office or for position. I have never been. I would drop this thing in a heartbeat without even thinking twice about it. I would even take a chairmanship. I've never been a chairman in the House of Representatives in my 12 years. Never have I been a deputy chairman. I've never asked for it. I've rejected several offers, from national honors to even being a deputy to Tambwa and many others. So this is, to me, this is all, absolutely unnecessary. But on principle, and I've told my members this, but they on principle believe that not one person, not one speaker, and we agreed on that. The speaker does not determine the leadership of the party. Party caucus. Not one person or a group of minority, a few, which is what they represent in the APC caucus, will determine or will dictate who or what zone or whatever. It's either the party determines, which is the norm, or the members determine. And that's the position we're going with. But I'll be more than happy to drop this thing. I got to wherever I am now from a dint of hard work and commitment to my work, to my partner, my country, not by any position. And so for me, those things are not important at all. We're talking about zoning, which is the card there. The tribal card is what they're playing, but unfortunately, it's the same people that rejected the zoning in the first place. For the speakership position, because it was clear the party had zoned to the party was to zone to Southwest. And they came out, and it's on record, the speaker came out and said, no, they will not accept any zoning, and that even if the Northeast, the Senate President was zoned to the Northeast, which is where he's from, he will not, and they will not accept it, and they will still go for an election. So it's a bit disingenuous for the same people, or the same person or group of people who rejected zoning in the first place, to now start playing that card, throwing zoning, out there. Now, what they forget to also say, whether perhaps they forget or perhaps it's intentional, it's just a mere can be a principal officer. It's as simple as that.
Yes.
So when they talk about the Southeast that has 2 members that are new members, only 2, and they're new members, they are caught by that provision of the rule, or the 7, I repeat, or the 7 rule 37, that there's only a cognate member, or a member with cognate National Assembly experience, not even cognate House of Assembly. So you can't even say you were in the House prior and then you came to National Assembly. It has to be National Assembly experience. Can be a principal officer. And the reasons for this are very clear. So if we establish that, once that is established, even if you want to play the zoning, put forth the zoning argument, that leaves you 5 zones, because South is by operation of law, which is the rules, has been knocked out. So that leaves you with 5 zones. So invariably, one zone is going to have 2 principal officers.
Yes.
So either they played that down intentionally, or they seem to have forgotten their rules.
And what would you say to those who were unhappy with your decision not to take up the offer of a deputy speaker's seat from Speaker Dogara?
Well, I think Dogara was misunderstood by a lot of people. Dogara never made an offer for deputy speaker. That issue was tabled by members of the House, on both sides actually, to be fairness, that felt that, this is the way it should go. Dogara never made that offer. Dogara was not interested in that offer, and because of that lukewarm, that negative attitude at the day, I was not interested or encouraged. It wasn't like Dogara made the way it says it made it sound like Dogara made an offer and I rejected it. Well, it wasn't like that.
If he had made the offer, would you have considered it?
Well, I mean, it's going to be very. It's more or less hypothetical now, and it's going to be very difficult to answer that question because the reality of the moment would have determined, which way and it was not a positive determination. I would have had to make the ultimate determination, but a lot of consultation would have gone on there, which it did. But if it had come from him, if it had come from him, I don't know. I honestly, it's very hypothetical. I may not have.
You know that the APC is a conglomerate of about 5 political parties. It appears to some that the ACN caucus in the APC feels entitled to much more and feels that they probably are the most dominant caucus within the APC. Do you think the APC will survive all these crises, especially since the National Assembly elections?
We will survive as a party, definitely. I mean, the various interests, like you rightly said. But that the ACN has a sense of entitlement is far from the truth. That sense of entitlement was not present when we supported presidential candidate and General Buhari from the CPC. We thought he was a worthy candidate, and we believe he is still a worthy candidate now, for all intents and purposes. We didn't think he was from CPC, not from ACN. That wasn't there at all at the time. So for me, anybody who says that ACN has a sense of entitlement actually misses the point. What ACN, and I believe what APC, not just ACN, is about justice and fairness. And that's all that has happened. Many have criticized the mock elections we had.
Yes.
It wasn't about ACN feeling. If ACN felt an entitlement, ACN would have stuck it. So look, this thing was going to be zoned to the southwest, and the party would have stuck to its guns. But because for fairness and for justice, they decided, okay, let members go and elect whoever they wanted. And that was the end of zoning, and that was the end of whether you're ACN or you're whatever. And the members did what they needed to do. They didn't take into consideration, no, is this person from ACN, or is this person from CPC, or is this person from ANPP or New PDP? So we will survive. These are teething problems. We've got to work on that survival. We've got to work on it.
Thank you very much, Representative Gbajabiamila, for joining me on the program.